I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If I keep this like this, will the beer be visible?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's okay. Don't worry. So Prasanna did not keep the fifth precept. Neither did I. I had a beer and then another beer and yesterday. But that's all right. Nobody's perfect, right? We're not trying to be perfect here. No perfect people.
We are going to edit all this.
No, the podcast has officially begun.
No.
Oh, you don't want your parents to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's fine.
No.
Are they not allowed to know that you have a beer once in a while? It's your day off. You're not violating
Yeah,
any kind of...
no one knows that I drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Prasanna.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. How has your 8 precepts and meditation been going?
Okay. I was
Yeah.
busy this week.
Yeah?
Had a lot of work. So, yeah. But with meditation practice, it was definitely not 50 minutes, but 15 for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, that's good. So you got some meditation in.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's so hard when you have a busy life, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, come on. Can't we just be honest? It's fine. Okay, so eight
So I'm in no
precepts is
mood to do a podcast today, but I am forcefully sitting on this chair.
blink twice if you're been kidnapped.
I forgot that sign.
All right, well, let's just do it anyways, okay? Because we got to put a weekly podcast out so that people stay motivated in order to attain samadhi.
Yeah.
Okay?
I feel people should have more fun in life.
Yes, and samadhi. I feel they should have more samadhi.
Yeah. But samadhi can be fun as well.
Oh, for sure, it can be totally fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can meditate for 20 minutes straight and feel so good and so relaxed about it because I believe in guided meditations.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Where I feel that listening to a specific concept or listening to something that will make me be a little delusional and also make me feel that okay, this is something where I can escape from the reality for a while and just feel safe and calm and composed in the meditative zone. That's something that's that's an experience that can't be described in words. So it's good.
So it's kind of a little bit of like a fantasy escape kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel every person should be a little dululu for sure. And like I'm way too much, but every person should be a little delusional in life. Yeah, because that's how that's how you make your dreams come true. Because this world is going to pull you down, but you just need to know how you are going to obtain what you want in life. And the best way for this is going within yourself, talking to the inner mind and the subconscious mind, and knowing what you actually want. And for that, samadhi is important.
I've never heard anyone encourage delusion before. Like everyone should be a little delulu. Never heard that one. Huh, interesting.
You'll learn new things with me.
Okay. Well, I isn't delusion dangerous? Don't people get into all kinds of like horrible situations through that?
Mm, it depends. What kind of delusion are you talking about?
Like most delusion? Doesn't most delusion lead to terrible suffering?
No, I don't think so. It depends upon, there's a difference between being completely ridiculous on what you're thinking and then being someone who has the confidence that yes, they can achieve what they are delusional about, and they are working hard towards it.
Okay, different angles on spiritual practice because like I said the last time, right? I'm very much in the camp of believing that like the more you can reduce delusion, the better, which is really, really not easy, really, because we're basically we're all delusional. So it's not that we need to be delusional; we already are.
You are delusional right now that
Mhm.
yeah, the podcast is going to be amazing, and that's how you start, right? Because that's in your subconscious brain
Well,
that
you know what I
yes,
have in my brain? I have in my brain that I have some really valuable information to teach people.
yeah,
And
see,
I think that first of all, it's the only thing I really want to do is communicate about it. So I say this podcast is going to be successful.
yes,
it's gonna bring the money that I need to support my family so that I can do it full time. And I have such a passion for it, for talking about it. But like I really do believe that I have something that's kind of unique. Like it's very not well known
yes,
in my society, and it's extremely valuable, right?
yeah,
Like this ancient, Buddhist truth called the Dharma. They call it the three jewels because they're precious, right? They're invaluable, they're priceless jewels of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, right? Buddha is like, yes, it's the historical person, but it's also the state of mind that each individual is capable of attaining, right?
yeah,
It's the enlightened, awakened mind. And then so we call them the jewels because they're so valuable. And it's like the Dharma is the timeless truths, the timeless truths that free, liberate beings from suffering, right?
yeah,
And those truths are like they're seen when delusion is removed from the mind. Really hard to remove because you can't see delusion. Delusion's
yeah,
invisible, right? You have these other two things. Like this is how they say you know you're delusional when you have greed and hatred, when you
yeah,
have like lust and anger, right?
yeah,
Because for a Buddhist, like if you see the truth, if you truly see the truth of the way things are,
mm,
then you don't see the temporary things
mm,
of the world as attractive anymore, right? You have a body, you have to feed it in order to continue to exist. But you also kind of like so there's three types of desire, right? There's the desire for sensual pleasure, the desire for continuing to exist, but then there's another type of desire called the desire to not exist, the desire
okay.
for
What do
non-being.
you feel? What do you think? What is the desire to exist for
Yeah,
all
could continue
humans?
to exist. What it means is it's the desire for something next, like the desire to
Yeah.
become
So
something.
something next comes in your mind, and then you're like delusional
That's a
about it. That
delusional. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
delusion.
because you know that, say for example, I never thought that I'm going to do a podcast
Hmm.
ever, although I wanted to, but yeah, I'm a little shy person in general. So yeah, I never thought that I would do a podcast, and then I accidentally met you.
Hmm.
Yeah, worst part of my
Yeah,
life. No, just kidding.
worst thing that ever happened to me.
Yes, yes, I accept that on camera. No, so yeah, but then yeah, I was pretty delusional that hey, you know what, I am confident that if I be on screen and if am am I have a space to talk about things that I really love, then yes, a shy person like me can also speak out because every person is knowledgeable about the things that they are really interested into. So yeah.
I think there's a lot of really successful podcasters that are like shy people naturally.
Mhm.
That's what I've heard.
And that's when I feel there is a difference between being delusional in a negative way and being delusional that is a healthy delusion. where you know that, okay, there is some goal in your life that you want to achieve, and you're a little delusional about it and you want to achieve it, so you have a plan, a layout ready, that yes, these are the steps that I'm going to follow. These are the things that I'm going to do step by step to achieve what I want. And for anything that you want in life, you first, everything starts from mind, right? Everything starts from your thinking.
That's the
And
first line of the
that's the first line.
Dhammapada in Buddhism, right? Mind is the forerunner of all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even the idea of this podcast, or even the smallest of smallest idea, comes from your mind. Like, okay, I want to be healthy, so I just say today, or I just decide today, I want to be healthy. But okay, best example I can explain you when it's about delusion, okay? Where I said that it's healthy delusion and then one is a negative side of delusion. Today, if I say that I want to be healthy, but I keep eating junk food and I keep ignoring the fact that I have to work out, or don't set up a day or schedule my workouts properly, then I'm being delusional that, oh yeah, one day I'll be like properly healthy and properly fine. But on the other hand, if I decide that, okay, you know what, I'm having the best body, mind and soul of my life right now, and then um I'm working towards it. I'm I've joined a gym, I've eating healthy, I'm making sure that I'm going out for walks, and so that is a healthy delusion where you have that in your head that, okay, I want to be the best version of myself. I can see the best version of myself and I'm working towards that goal. So everything starts with mind. So I feel, from my perspective,
Hmm.
meditation and mindfulness and delusion do work hand in hand, or can work hand in hand, if you know how to use it.
Right. Right. I was inspired by the real, like the deepest, the core teachings of Buddhism, right? Like the profoundest wisdom.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went straight to be a monk, right? When if you
Yeah.
live in a Buddhist culture,
Yeah.
you probably understand, okay, well, I'm a Buddhist and in some future life, yes, I'd like to attain nirvana, but I mean, that's not for most people in this life, right?
Yeah.
For now, now I want to drive a Ferrari. That's my goal, right? Like I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna become famous. I'm gonna become successful, rich, and I'm gonna drive a Ferrari. That's my goal. And then you work towards that. But you're a Buddhist, right? And
Yeah.
you might have a profound respect for monks and all these things. And I mean, like if you look at the reality of my situation, if I'm gonna not be delusional about it, like I'm not a monk,
Yeah.
right? I'm married with kids. I've got bills. I have to work to make a living currently, right?
Yeah.
So I can talk all I want about the the complete eradication of delusion, but I don't live like that. I'm not free
Yeah.
from delusion, right?
Yeah.
I still have anger affect me, and I don't like it. Like I wish that I could overcome my anger better, that I could be more patient.
You should meditate more.
I know, and I wish that I meditated more, right? But the problem is that like life can be busy,
I
right?
can give you a proper schedule. Wake up at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Have you read the book, The 5 a.m. Club?
No, but I've heard of it.
You should.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Tell me more about it.
I can't. I think you should read it more rather than me explaining it on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing with me is like I was taught that sleep is a weapon,
Yes, it
and
is.
so I like to get enough
But
sleep.
I've experienced this, and this is a personal experience for me. Um, I've been both a morning person and a night owl for a very long time, depending upon the time span in my life. So I've completed. I've done my engineering. So during engineering time span, I used to wake up around 4 a.m. every day, and because I had to study, right, and that was the only peaceful time I used to get, between 4 to 6, where I could just study by myself, and that was my time. So 4 to 6 was my personal space, um, and I feel that time span was so healthier, or that lifestyle was so healthier for me, where you wake up early. Even if you wake like 30 minutes early, if you wake up 30 minutes early of your regular time, if you start doing that, you will notice a difference in your life. Like, you will be more relaxed in the mornings, and you will feel more healthier. So even if you say that you wake up and you meditate for 50 minutes, but say you wake up at 6 and you start meditating at 6:30, but if you start waking up at even 5:45, that will make a huge difference in your life. Even those 15 minutes time span where you give it to only yourself, that's something that's amazing.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try
Okay.
that because you're right. I'm not getting enough meditation in. I am meditating, I would say, every day, and I'm using these guided meditations, which for me are cheating because, and they're kind of like really simplistic teachings too. It's kind of like I'm doing this Ajahn Brahm guy's Friday night guided
Right.
meditation where he does body sweeps and everything, like and it's just so basic, right? It's like, oh, just relax everything in your body, right? Be
Yeah.
kind to your body, and that's great, but like I want to get right down to I want to become still. I
Yeah.
want my mind to become still. I want to be, doing that. But
Yeah.
it's just, it really, it is helpful to go through that more basic stuff for me, especially when I'm so busy that I'm not like in a very meditative state
Hmm.
most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just really hard when you got a busy life. It's really
Yeah.
hard. But I think that that is great advice. That is something that I'm going to implement. I'm going to start waking up earlier,
Like, I've seen a
before.
difference in my life, where when I was in a time span in my life where I was a night owl, like, the only difference was I used to sleep at 4, not wake up at 4.
Mhm.
And that impacted my overall health, physically and mentally, in a very different way. Like, I used to feel more lazy, more hungry. Um, didn't feel didn't feel like I can um, work with full concentration when I'm sleeping late constantly. So, like, even if I was meditating during that time span, when I used to be a night owl, still those meditations didn't feel heart fulfilling. It was extremely, it was like a duty for me, rather than something that would make me feel pleasant and happy about myself.
Mhm.
And if you try waking up even 15 minutes prior, you will try it for 8 days. You will experience the difference about what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, for the next week until the next podcast, we'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay. And then
Okay.
I'll ask you your experiences.
For sure. Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
just try and get more meditation in as well. I'll try to be a little more disciplined about making sure I get a morning and evening sit. Like even if it's 15 minutes, just make sure that I get it in
Yep.
twice a day. Yeah. Yeah, and what else have we've been doing? So I've been changing the way that I eat. I haven't exactly been stopping right at sundown, but I have been trying to keep it early,
Right.
like dinner time, no midnight snacks,
Right.
no late night eating. And I have felt so much better, by the way.
Right.
Like I wake up and my body just feels fine for once. Like I don't realize how much pain I'm in usually. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So to feel kind of normal when I wake up is nice. Yeah.
What changes have you made in your lifestyle when it comes to food or drinking or?
Yeah, so like my idea is to not drink at all. And then every once in a while someone's like, "I've got some beer for you." Or someone at work is like, "Would you like some whiskey?"
Okay.
And my mind says no, but my mouth says yes, you know? And so it's like
Yeah.
I just have one glass of whiskey or
Okay.
whatever. Okay, two. I had two glasses of whiskey. But
He had 3 glasses of whiskey.
no, two.
No, he had two.
But yeah, so you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's hard, but it's funny because you'll make a determination and you'll say that you're going to do something, and then you won't be able to keep it. I mentioned that in the first episode, right?
Doesn't that demotivate you?
No, it
Where,
shouldn't. Don't. That's what I'm saying. Don't beat yourself up. Expect that. Expect
yeah.
that again and again. We're
Yeah.
aspiring. It's an aspiration. We
Yeah.
say, "I undertake to do this." It's not, "I will do this" or "I vow to do this." I promise to do. It's, I'm going to undertake this as a practice. It's a practice. Practice makes perfect. Maybe one day we'll be perfect at it, right? And then those are.
In life, I've seen a lot of people um, who probably want to do something in their life or want to change their life patterns, but the initial struggles that they face, uh, that makes them give up on their goals in life.
Mhm.
I've seen such people as well. I've seen people who have overcome the struggles as well and achieved what they want. But as a person who has experienced samadhi, what would be your suggestion?
You stop interviewing me. There's no cameras. Just ask me the
Okay, I'm
question.
not interviewing you,
You're
but
doing
like,
great. You sound like a
yeah,
professional interviewer. But I
yeah.
mean, just talk to me.
I'm a good interviewer. I'm such a good, yeah. I have like so many questions in life for everyone.
Well, that's nice. Like, just
Like I
ask me
keep
then.
asking questions to everyone. It's
Ask
so
me as if
healthy.
there's no camera.
There are a lot of people who are struggling in life to achieve, or to actually not achieve, but to transform their regular patterns into a complete switch to a complete different pattern in life. Say, for example, there is a person um, who has never worked out the whole life but wants to work out now. Or there is a person who has um, never done some XYZ thing, but really has a passion of learning that thing. But initial stages, say, a person doesn't know how to play guitar but wants to learn it, but doesn't have the resources to do it. So, in the initial struggles that people face to change their patterns 360, that struggle time demotivates people.
Hmm.
So, what what was your experience when you faced that, and like, when you had to go through that thing where, hey, and how did you come out of it? Because I know one thing in life, that even let it be good times or bad times or struggling years, everything is temporary. I know that. Experience that everything is temporary, and you just need to have the strength to overcome those struggle phases or those bad phases in your life, and then everything would be back to normal again. So, but how would you mm, uh, convince someone who's going through a struggling time that, hey, it's gonna be okay?
It's going to be okay. You're right. Everything's temporary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be okay.
Like, people run behind money and people run behind uh, luxury.
They should
People
stop
run.
doing that.
No.
That's not going to fulfill you in life. You got to find meaning. You have
People
to have
have
meaning.
struggles in their relationships,
Mm.
and people have struggles when it comes to living up to a standard that probably society has set.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things stress people out a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel this subconscious stress of a life being in particular format drains people down a lot. So, and that's, I feel, the main reason where people can't really sit and meditate and, like, go into that
Yeah, you need to change
samadhi.
your orientation, right? If you're
Yeah.
oriented towards that, you're going to be unfulfilled, you're going to be unsatisfied, you're going to suffer a lot,
Yeah.
right? So it's good to change the direction. Say I want to suffer less, because ultimately that's what these people want anyway. They think if I get everything that I want, then I'm not going to
Hmm.
be suffering, right? I'm going to be happy then,
Hmm.
right? But that's not the real way to happiness. That's not.
Yeah.
But in terms of how do you get people to do it? So here's the
Hmm.
the thing is that I went to a Buddhist monastery,
Yeah.
right? So it's the perfect conditions for cultivating meditation,
Yeah.
and it keeps you away from sensuality and the bad and this and that. The only sensuality you have is your one meal a day, right? But
Yeah.
so the conditions, you need to produce conditions and community, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
community. You need a community. So one thing I recommend is let's start a community with this podcast. So
Hmm.
please comment on this video, comment
Please
below.
comment on this video.
Yeah, and then because fortunately I don't have a lot of meditation followers yet. So guess what? I can communicate directly with the viewers, right? So if you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk to me about, just post comments on the video and I will respond.
To get in touch with Mr. Kellan Howard, please comment on this video and
It's that simple.
subscribe to our channel
Yeah.
for more intense videos about.
See, because eventually I want School of Samadhi to be a school,
Yeah.
right? I want it to be a school. I want people to be involved. I want there to be a
Yeah.
community around this practice, right? Because that's what's really helpful. That's what the monastic
Yeah.
community is, right?
I've
It's
met so many people since we started the podcast, and I would really like to share this. I've met so many people because I work in an industry where, yeah, you keep meeting people, new faces every time, new conversations and everything. But it's um I feel I can share this now, where after the first podcast was made and everything, um naturally, uh I adapted to that lifestyle where I adapted to the precepts. I know that, okay, this is this way, I'm going to behave this way, I'm going to be this way. And it calmed my mind so much that automatically I've attracted those kind of people who are interested in similar spirituality and samadhi and the meditative practices. And it was so uh different. It was a different feeling that, hey, that's the power of your mind. That if you decide that you want to do something and you act on that thing, and if you have enough control over your senses, then yes, you do attract those kind of similar people. And I feel School of Samadhi will attract those kind of people, because there is a niche audience that would definitely love to be a part of the community.
I had no idea that it had that big of effect on you already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make a commitment to do that.
Yeah.
You get yourself in that mindset. I know you are making these little changes here and there, right? With yeah, to be more in line with that. And you've noticed these things already, where like you having these conversations with people, you're telling them about the podcast,
Yeah, and
and
it's so shocking to hear back that, hey, even I believe in spirituality, and I practiced these things in life.
hmm,
So people sharing their similar experiences on the same topics
hmm.
was shocking for me, because that's how I realized that, hey, I calmed myself down and I relaxed myself down. I let go. I practiced these all those small steps that lead to samadhi, where I'm meditating every day. I'm letting go of things. I'm letting go of control, and I'm just happy being in the present moment, and I'm just happy communicating my heart out to people, and they reciprocate in the same manner. That's amazing.
And people are
And
telling us they feel like there's a real need for this kind of a thing
yes,
too.
yeah.
So that's nice.
I've always like we have always spoken about this one, that people do want to learn what exactly meditation should be, and what it is, and how blissful it feels. And it's just that they just don't know. Few people, I'm not saying all, but some people do need just the direction, the right direction, that hey, follow these things, or like, do these things, and maybe it might inspire you. You know, never know what path of life you're going to follow next. Yeah.
My experience is that it gets deeper and deeper and better too.
Yeah.
Like the guy I've been listening to, who's not like my main teacher, because my main teacher
Yeah.
is Ajahn Sona. He's the one that I
Mm.
personally was taught by at the monastery. But Ajahn Brahm, same tradition, the
Yeah.
Thai forest tradition, and he says, he describes the path to enlightenment as getting progressively happier and happier and happier
Yeah.
until you're ultimately happy, and that's
Yeah.
enlightenment. It's
Yeah.
ultimate happiness. So and that's all
Yeah.
canonical. Like that's the teaching of the Buddha,
Yeah.
right? Sukhang paranang means highest happiness,
Yeah.
and that's a name for nirvana, right? It's the
Yeah.
highest happiness.
What's the state of highest happiness for you? Have you ever experienced that?
Well, like I said, samadhi is, they call it temporary nirvana, right?
Yeah,
And if
that
nirvana is
doesn't.
the highest happiness
Yeah.
and you are experiencing a temporary nirvana, then you're tasting that highest happiness in the
Yeah.
moment that you attain samadhi. So that's why I highly recommend everyone work towards that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, you don't realize it because you think, oh, if I let anything go, then I'm going to lose it, right? But you don't know. It's like you have to do it. The more you let go, the more you realize you don't lose anything. The stuff is still there.
Yeah.
You're just not tension. You don't have
Yeah.
this squeezing tension and this suffering around it, right? Like you don't actually lose anything. And the more you let go, the higher your mind state rises into states of happiness and joy.
I feel I was always a person who used to hold on to things, hold on to relationships, hold on to a lot of people, places, things,
And like
everything tightly
ambitions
around.
and things too.
Yes,
Yeah.
like used to be like, I want these things to be perfect,
Mm.
and I
I
want
still do
I.
that. I still do that.
No, but there's a difference between being perfectionist and then being a person who holds on to things
Mm.
when it's time to leave them. Yeah, and I feel um I never learned the skill initially to uh let things go.
They don't teach that in
Didn't.
school, do they?
No, they don't.
That's why we're starting the
Yeah,
school of samadhi. It's a
yeah.
different kind of school.
The minute I started meditating,
Yeah.
and the minute I started uh, sitting by myself and uh, uh, listening to my inner voice of what I really want in life, and who am I, and what I want, instead of only thinking about the outside world. That's the moment where I started being happy again. Like, that's the moment where I started truly feeling that, hey, you know what? It's okay. You can let things go, and you can just let loose relationships or ambitions or goals in life. That's not the end of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay, because I always started since past a year. I've had this mantra in my head always: let go and let God.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, and that has helped me so much whenever I used to be stressed. I'm naturally not a person who is extremely happy go lucky. I'm a person who will stress about everything. So yeah, but that has helped me so much, and meditation has helped me so much, where I've just started being happy again. which is extremely helpful.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel even if people initially, if you guys don't feel the ultimate level of nirvana
Which you
state,
won't.
that's okay. But the peace of mind
Mhm.
and the happiness and the contentment that that a person who starts meditating every day starts feeling
Mhm.
within himself or herself, that's a really good start. That's a
Yeah.
really good beginning.
Any amount of contentment. Like
Yeah,
if you can have a moment of contentment,
yeah.
right?
And I feel the minute I've started meditating at night, I started sleeping better. And more than that, I've started waking up being less cranky. Yeah. I don't need coffee anymore to feel happy in the morning. Which is a good achievement in life. Yeah.
I still have my morning coffee.
Okay.
I can give that up too. I switch it for a morning tea, morning green tea, maybe.
No, you should never have green tea on empty stomach. Just
I
FYI.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not good for your health.
Hmm. Oh. So, yeah, the process of meditation is definitely the process of letting go
Mm,
because you start by letting go of there's all these little tensions. Okay, so you can start with mindfulness of the body because
mm,
that's actually taught by the Buddha as well, right?
yeah,
So this body sweeping thing, right, where you're looking just feeling the sensations
yeah,
of your body, being aware
yeah,
of them, right? And you can absolutely relax them, and you can relax them into states where the pain goes away, right? And then when it comes to your mind too, it's like, okay, so when I say you got to focus on a still point, it almost sounds like you need to put so much like force into keeping the mind in a
yeah,
still place, but it's not. It's you actually, it's a process of letting go more and more and more
yeah,
until your mind can be still,
yeah.
right? So you let go. I mean, Ajahn Brahm is actually really good. It's good for lay people who don't have any
Yeah.
experience to tell them like, try to not do anything. You know what I mean? Try to do nothing for the
Yeah.
next 30 minutes. And then just like he's very much like just be kind to be kind to the parts of your body. Like your back hurts, oh, just tell
Mm,
it it's all right. You can relax. Like
yeah.
just relax, you'll be all right. Um and yeah, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body. That's a good start. That's a good start. And then, because like I said, it has to be gentle. You cannot force your mind to be still. It's you let go into stillness. Also, your breath. Like if you're trying to watch your breath, we have such a habit of being controlling
Mm,
that it's very hard for us to not try to control our breath. As soon as we're aware of it, there's
yeah.
no like when you can watch the breath without controlling it at all, then you're a really good meditator because it's hard, right? As soon as you're aware of the breath, you feel all of a sudden like you need to control it, but you don't. We're breathing unconsciously our
Mm,
entire life. We have
yeah.
no need to control
Yeah.
it whatsoever. So that it's learning how to let go of control
Yeah.
that will eventually get you into samadhi.
I feel with me, I started meditating. Um, and the way you said that, concentration on your breath work, I do that for sure. But for me, as my mind was I'm an overthinker. So, to all overthinkers, this is a suggestion where um, you focus on one thing. Like, say, I used to chant Om mantra, which used to make me feel calm. And my entire mind used to go into chanting that mantra and saying that in a particular format,
Hmm.
and then focusing on breathing, because when you chant that you need to breathe in and then hold and then breathe out slowly. So that helped me a lot initially, focusing on the breath work. So I feel yeah,
Yeah,
people who
mantras can be
are
helpful because
yeah,
they stop the mind from all of the
yeah.
proliferating of thoughts because you're focusing on one verbal
Because
formation.
when I'm doing only breath work,
Yeah.
my mind wanders.
Uh
And wanders in 10x speed. Because now I'm sitting still and I have nothing to do. Like, I don't have my computer, I don't have my laptop, I don't have anything, I don't have my phone. Now what? I just have my mind and all those unnecessary thoughts in my mind.
I guess it can be hard for beginners to jump right
Yes.
in. Like sometimes with certain people, they'll teach you counting. These are some of the things they do in the Buddhist tradition.
Okay.
You count the breaths, like maybe up to 10,
Mm.
and then you go back to one. Or there's another one they chant Buddho, which just means Buddha, the name
Oh,
of the Buddha,
okay.
right? So on the in breath,
Mm-hmm.
but inside their head, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So on the out breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that way the verbal, like your
Yeah.
mind, your verbal part
Yeah.
of your mind
Yeah.
is occupied so
Mm.
that you're not running around everywhere in thought,
Right.
right? Because eventually that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to
Yeah.
stop your mind from running around so that
Yeah.
it can be still, right?
Yeah.
But like this is what people find. Now I just did breath meditation from the
Hmm.
beginning, and what I found was it is impossible to keep your breath in mind.
Yeah.
It's you're so bad at it when you first start.
Mm-hmm.
You're always getting lost in thought, right?
Yeah.
But I just had enough faith in my teacher Ajahn Sona
Hmm.
to just keep at it,
Hmm.
over time. And I was in a monastery environment, so I had plenty of time to
Yeah.
work on it. But
Yeah.
the idea was that eventually, from gently, bringing your attention back to your breath again and again
Mm.
over time. And
Yeah.
it did take me a lot of time. And like I said, I was there. It was actually 3.5 months that I was at the monastery the first time.
Mm.
And I had no samadhi, but I was cultivating meditation. I was putting in the causes
Mm.
for the future arising of the state of samadhi,
Right.
right? And so, but yeah, it is a practice that takes a long time, and I'm sure people can easily get discouraged with breath meditation if you're just using the breath, because
I feel people don't get discouraged. It's just that people who are not used to breath meditation, they just they just don't know the technique of keeping their mind completely focused on breath meditation.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that if you just have to know that, like, you have to understand that your mind is a very unwieldy thing.
Yeah.
You think that you control anything, just take a look at your own mind. Like, you have
Yeah.
no control. So if, like, you have a task, give yourself a task. I'm going to keep my attention on my breath for the entire duration of the breath, from the beginning of the in breath
Yeah.
to the end of the out breath, over and over and over again for the next 50 minutes. No. But what I'm saying is, you give yourself that task
Yeah.
and you will suck at it. You'll be so bad. You won't go 1 minute.
Yeah.
And then you'll go the entire hour and you'll be like, where did the hour go? Oh, I was supposed to watch my breath. I totally forgot. You're going to be so bad at it. And that's okay, right? But the idea, if you just have to have a little faith in the
Yeah.
idea that you can cultivate the ability to pay attention to your breath,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
And then make it a game,
Yeah.
right? How long can you go?
Yeah.
Can you beat your previous record, right? Your high score, right?
Yeah.
Can you go 10 whole minutes where you're aware of your breath?
Yeah.
Right? And the better you get at that, the stronger that attention ability
Yeah.
becomes. That's mindfulness, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, this ekagata, which means one
Yeah.
pointedness, right?
Yeah.
That develops, and you can, like, because if you're just aware of the fact that you're breathing, good enough, right? But once you get really good at it, then you can find a still point, which is that cottony sensation
Yeah.
of air entering and exiting the nostrils, and it is a still point, right?
Yeah.
And so this is advanced, it's super advanced, and people aren't going to get there without a lot of practice. But
Yeah.
the idea is that eventually, and then because you have a still point,
Mm.
it becomes easier. You can try and help yourself get there by consciously saying, make my body still.
Yeah.
Okay, be still with my body. Try to keep my attention still on that one still point. And then just try to keep it there, and then you're gonna get lost in thought, because it's really hard. Like, our minds,
Yeah.
we're all we do is think, especially in the
I have
West.
tried the breathwork meditations as well, like the proper guided meditations on breathwork, and I was terrible at it.
Yeah, and you shouldn't use guided meditation because as soon as someone else is talking, you're not doing it. You
Oh
have to
yeah.
your attention's on the guy's voice. So
Yeah.
forget guided meditations. When it comes to breath
Yes.
meditation, you have to turn the guided
Yeah.
meditations off. And then
Yes.
you have to just see how long can I pay attention to my breath. And
That's
then over time, right?
right.
See if you can make that go longer and longer. See if
So this is how I meditate
mhm.
when it comes to breath meditation as well, because as an overthinker, I can't focus for a very long time. Uh, my mind gets distracted easily. Okay, so this is how I do it. Where initially I used this technique where um, I calm myself down. I take 3 or 4 breaths. I chant a mantra for 3 or 4 more times, and then I start scanning my body, uh, closing my eyes. I started from top to bottom, where I just tell my body that okay, I can visualize myself, I can visualize my brain, and it's like um, I thank my body because we have to be grateful for everything in life. I thank my body, each body part of mine, and that they are working well. And I sit and feel myself alive and in this world and happy. And that's how my 10 minutes or 15 minutes go, where I think about each and every part of my body being so healthy and being so fine. And from within, I feel like so happy and content with my life right now.
Mm.
That's how I end my meditation, so that my mind at least doesn't wander on unwanted thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's
Yeah.
all encouraged by the Buddha, right? Because like it's not
Yeah.
just watching the breath. There's other things. You're actually supposed to gladden the mind. You're supposed to like yeah, like you cultivate joy and happiness and all
Yeah.
these other things, and you the mindfulness of the body is part of it, right? And you're
Yeah.
supposed to like you're supposed to have these underlying emotions of loving kindness and compassion
Yeah.
and joy in the joy of others. Like you're happy when other people are happy. You're happy for all the happy beings in the world.
Yes.
And it's like all these things, right? And then equanimity, that's where you're not like, even if someone was angry at you, you would still stay calm. So you can consciously
I
cultivate
would
that.
hold you on that point.
Yeah.
I feel with meditation being my regular practice now, I've actually experienced or noticed myself being more calm when people really try to piss me off. So yeah, I feel no matter if people are treating me bad, or if someone is like not respecting my space, or is uh, not respecting the fact that that's my time and my space, or let it be anything in general. You can say like toxic negative energies around, but meditation has helped me like push those energies apart, like away, and I feel much more calmer even if there is chaos around me.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, it's basically meditation is preparing you for peace.
Yeah.
It's practicing for peace, right? So next time some chaos erupts,
Yeah.
you're peaceful because
Yeah.
you've cultivated that. Yeah.
And I feel even if I meditate, I won't say that hey, I'm 100% a monk now, and I won't get mad at anything, or I won't get frustrated at anything. I do get frustrated. I'm a human, but the way things go within your mind and your body, even if it's a frustration, it will be temporary for few minutes, and you'll just learn the technique to calm yourself down. uh, and that happens so easily now because you're concentrating on uh, your breath work so much, and your body so much, and your mind so much, and you are actually consciously giving time to feel your emotions, for those 40 to 50 minutes of your life. As and I feel that that's so important. That transformed something in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So aside from watching the breath and trying to become still, the most important thing that you're doing during meditation is dealing with like or experiencing these energies of anger and desire, which are causing you suffering, right? And then so it's letting go of those, right? 'Cause I hope that we can agree that like being at least able to choose not to feel those things, like having enough,
Yeah.
and I'm going to say control, but that's the wrong word. Like it's like self-control, but it's not like being able to not allow certain states to arise in your mind that you don't want, that are unwanted when you don't want them. That's a really good skill. So we call those things unwholesome. We call anger and sense desire when you're trying to focus on your breath, when you're trying to be calm and serene and peaceful. We call them unwholesome mind states, right? So we want to figure out how to get rid of them. And like the way to get rid of them is not to repress them or try like smash them out of your mind. It's just to let them go, because it's actually attachments, that it's attachments to things, to memories, to this, that make us want to get angry or make us want to crave something, right? So if you separate the thing that caused that to arise, and you just see it as an energy and you let it go, you allow it to dissolve. The more you practice that, the more you won't get angry, the weaker that those energies of anger and sensual desire will get. And then eventually it's like you can choose whether you want those to arise or not, and that is self-control in a good positive way, not in a clinging painful way, right?
I feel I've learned this one thing where and I feel you will start laughing when I say this, but when I've started meditating so much, I've learned this one thing, that your soul is completely different from all the problems and all the anger issues and everything that you face. Like, I just sit there, right there, imagining or visualizing my soul right here and all the problems around it. And then I create like a barrier between those problems and my soul, where, hey, this is a golden light barrier which the problems or anger or any negative or toxic situations or people or negative energies can't cross. So that's how I visualize things, where, yeah, you know what, meditating on those thought processes, where I've started feeling myself again more, that okay, I know that there are problems in everyone's life, or you will definitely be struggling in your life in some or the other way, but you need to know that your problems are different from your spiritual journey and your spiritual experiences.
Yeah, they're definitely separate from you. There is, and then the idea that there's space between you and them is a great way of perceiving it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think of a barrier between me and them, but I just think of them as having no lasting effect on me and nothing to impact. It's like what the problem is when we sometimes, actually, I think the problem is when someone gets angry at you, for example, or like any of these energies try to affect you. It's like you have to act upon them, or like they need somewhere to land. And the way I look at it is different. I don't look at it as a golden light barrier where I am safe and protected. It's in the same way you're experiencing detachment from them when you do that. But for me, it's just like I think of this as like kind of empty space.
Yeah.
those energies as separate.
Yeah.
And then like they can, like I'm a room with the windows wide open and the doors open, right? So like
Yeah.
this energy can come right through, but there's nothing for it to impact.
Uh,
It's like I feel like when
Yeah.
people tense up and they want to defend themselves,
Yeah.
sometimes that can be the cause of the pain because it gives that
Yeah.
energy somewhere to land, somewhere to
Yeah.
impact and hit, right?
Yeah.
But if you just like allow it to arise and pass away, like imagine your open doors and windows, and this
Yeah.
can go right through you.
Yeah.
Or even if it's like toxic, smoke or something, it's like
Yeah.
as long as your doors and windows are open, it's going to clear out quickly. It's not going to have a lasting harmful effect.
Yeah. I feel with this, I can actually conclude on the delusional part where I sit and imagine myself being that superwoman or superpower that, okay, I have like a shield of protection around me and no anger, no
Nothing can harm
negativity,
me.
nothing can harm the soul that's within me. So yeah, that's me being delusional, but that's helping me out in
Hmm.
which is keeping me really happy. And I know some or the other way, I'm protecting my soul in a way, uh, and I'm protecting my body and my mind in a way where I have reached to a point where I don't remember the last time I cried, like cried bad, or last thing that probably had affected me extremely negative or for a very long time, because that doesn't happen anymore. It just doesn't happen anymore. I know that I have enough control over myself where I can focus on things in a much better way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like for me, the way I look at it is I don't really believe in these things, right? Like I don't I feel like if you feel like you need to be Superwoman protected with a
Yeah,
force field from these energies,
yeah.
you're giving them too much reality.
No, I'm not saying that I have to be a superwoman. I'm just saying that that's how the mind works,
Yeah.
where you just go in the zone where, okay, there is this protective energy around you.
I get it. I get it. I'm
Yeah.
not criticizing you. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
like think about the way that I think
Mm.
about it and
Mhm.
how it's different from the way that you're thinking about it. So like I think like because I feel like if you're gonna do that,
Yeah.
then you're also when those energies you're going to believe in them too much when they're in you too, right? I see them as, like I said, rooted in delusion, right? So I see them as kind of false. And
Mm.
I see when they arise in myself, and they do arise in myself, right?
Mm.
I see them as not really substantial. And so like to let them go, to watch what they truly are, to shine the light on them. I feel like when you shine the light on these things,
Yeah.
they disappear because they were like I said, kind of false to begin with, right? So
Mm.
when I see it in other people, also there's just the idea that if they're rooted in delusion in us, then they're rooted in delusion in other people. You
Yeah.
don't have to believe in it. You
Mm.
don't have to take it seriously. You can say,
Yeah.
well, this is a delusional being with a
Yeah.
delusional emotion, and
I feel you should
I
not
don't
be
have to fight
obsessed
with
over
them.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should not be obsessed over that thing. Yeah, it should just be in a way where you know, or you more than knowing it, you feel that you feel protected. There was a point in my life where I felt extremely unsafe uh, by humans because of the incidents I went through. But I extremely felt unsafe. Like I couldn't feel safe with even the ones that I knew.
Mm.
So I felt extremely unsafe for a very long time span. And till the point where I actually started going within myself and meditating and sitting by myself and thinking about how I really want my life to be. And everything is just everything is just a trial and error. Like that, hey, I want to come out of this situation. I just don't know how, but I know I'll figure it out. Like that's the way all humans work. All sane humans work. Yeah. So I feel meditation helped me a lot in that way, where I probably hmm, didn't focus only on breath meditation because that was something difficult in the beginning. But that's how I started, where I started visualizing things because that helped me a lot. Because your mind wanders, right? If you're an overthinker, especially. Do you agree with it? Like if you're telling some, if you're guiding some overthinker to sit and meditate for like 50 minutes, it's a task.
Yeah. Because you tell the overthinker, you say, "Hey, overthinker, you're really good at controlling your thoughts, right? Yeah, you're such a good thinker. Well, here's it. Like, let's see you control your thoughts.
Yeah.
Why don't you pay attention to your breath for 30 minutes?" And then they can't, and then they go, "Wow, I actually suck at controlling my mind."
Yeah, and then you just lose interest in meditation altogether. And that's not what I wanted to experience
People
because
need
I know
people need something to they need to
they need some way out.
no, they need to have a
Yeah,
goal in mind. Like they
yeah,
need to have an ideal. The ideal is highest happiness, right?
yeah,
And they need to have somebody like
yeah.
me and you tell them that if you do this meditation practice, you will be well on your way towards it's like the fastest
If
possible.
you do this meditation practice, I promise you will be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You're on the road. You're on a
Yeah.
motorcycle going
Yeah.
directly towards the highest happiness faster
Yes.
than you've ever gone before. So it's if people don't believe that, they're not
Yeah.
doing this. They're not sitting down. Why is this overthinker sitting down? Like, cause I told him, I said, hey, look, if you do this, you're going to be the happiest that you could ever, happier than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel that it's not only about overthinkers. I've met a lot of people in life because we work in an industry where we keep meeting new people every day. Um, I've met a lot, quite a lot of people in life who just have a habit of complaining about things and who just have a and it's not even their fault, okay? It's just due to the negative experiences that life threw at them for such a long time. They do feel demotivated by life, or they do feel that, hey, you know what, life is supposed to be like this. Like uh, there are people who do believe that, hey, life is supposed to be in a way where we have to earn money.
Okay.
Money is the only.
I got it. I got something I got to say. Okay. Before I forget,
Yeah.
because you've been asking me this repeatedly, the
Okay.
first podcast and this podcast.
Yes.
The answer is, what do people need to motivate them to get started?
Yeah.
Well, that's very clearly laid out in two different teachings of the Buddha. The first one is the formulation of the Eightfold Path. Okay.
Yeah.
You need right view.
Uh-huh.
You don't start this process without right view.
Yeah.
Right. And you need the right intention. Right. If you don't have those, then you're not sitting down to meditate. And if you are, it's going to be your only time. You're going to say, this is horrible. I'm never doing this again. And then you're going to walk away and you're not going to do it. So right view is the view that, if you overcome craving,
Yeah.
then your suffering
Yeah.
will cease, right? And to the degree that you overcome craving, your suffering will be reduced, right? So if you don't have faith in that basic,
Yeah.
Basic idea, then you have no reason. Why would you ever sit down and meditate? You're not doing it, right? And then and right intention is of the intention of renouncing craving for the sake of overcoming suffering,
Yeah.
right? If these ideas don't ring true to you, if this is not resonating with you, then you're probably not going to have much of a meditation career, right? And then the other thing is there's these things called the five faculties. And this is very important. This is very important that we discuss this because we're talking to Westerners, right? And the dominant Western religious belief for the last, over about 50 years, it's kind of taken 50 to 70 years. There's been, it's been scientific skepticism. Right? So scientific skepticism, that means I'm not going to believe it unless I have enough sufficient evidence. It's called doubt, right? So doubt is a hindrance to samadhi. It's something that needs to be overcome. What's the opposite of doubt? Faith.
Delusion.
You actually need faith.
You need faith. But you know what? I
But
have met a lot of.
I need to explain faith, please.
Yes. Okay.
I have to explain faith because
Cut this off.
no, this is important. The former Christians that became the atheists, that became the scientists who are so rational, and they put skepticism at the center of their worldview. They hate the word faith. They think faith is a childish thing. They think it's childhood narcissism. They say, like, oh, you think Sky Daddy is going to provide for you? That's so cute, right? But that's not what faith means in Buddhism. Faith, another word that we could use instead of faith, but faith is a great word. I love the word faith. We're going to reclaim the word faith. You atheists out there who are curious about meditation, watching this right now, you're gonna warm up to the word faith again. So, but another word is confidence, right? And you have confidence. Well, what do you have confidence in? You have confidence in that this can reduce your suffering, and this can increase your happiness, and ideally, you have confidence that this can lead to the ultimate happiness, something ultimate, that there actually is an ultimate happiness that a human being can experience. Maybe you don't have faith in that yet, and the fact is your faith grows as you practice. Because when faith is perfected, it becomes knowledge, right? Faith should grow along with knowledge. The more your knowledge of this path of meditation, of the benefits, of the reduction of suffering that you directly experience, that's knowledge when you directly experience something, right? Faith is a motivator. Faith, confidence that this is a good direction helps you to move in this direction so that your knowledge can grow. And then the more your knowledge grows, the more you realize, oh, this is a good direction. Oh, this does do this thing that it says it does. And I mean, if you just look at it, what it says is that you can ultimately, your suffering can cease completely. And you can attain the ultimate happiness. Maybe your faith will get to the point where
life where I was suffering so much, and then I realized that now when I look back, I realized that all that suffering was no one's fault. It was mine.
Great insight. Suffering is our fault.
Because it was it was me who gave attention to that thing so much, or that person so much, or that place so much, that hey, I affected myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And I feel meditation got me back the life that I truly wanted. I wanted to live the life where I know that I'm happy to the point where I can keep people around me happy. That makes me genuinely happy. I'm loved by kids. And I'm loved by dogs. But no, I mean, you are so happy and you are so content in your own life.
But that was a choice that you made, right? You realize you're responsible for your own suffering.
Your own
state of mind.
There's a thing where if you say if you're suffering with something, okay, say if you're suffering with a disease, then you take a decision that you want to heal from this disease, but in order to heal from that disease, you have to take specific medications so that your body heals from that XYZ disease that you're facing. Similarly, with the mind, if you decide that you want to end the suffering in your life, and you want to end those negative emotions in your life, and you want to attain the ultimate happiness in your life, meditation is the medicine.
You're absolutely right. That is perfect. That is absolutely true. That's a great place to end it. So we're going to take it over here to the camera. And I'm going to say, that's great right there. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fun videos on School of Samadhi.
And don't forget to comment and be a part of this community so you can have support in your cultivation of meditation.